Hi viewers, welcome to my channel Minecraft. Today in this video we are going to talk with Miss Christabel Sharvasta, who is the founder owner of Tarasid Cafe, Bakery and Cake Shop in Goa. They have 21 outlets right now, and the inspirational, motivational story which I can say, or the hard work which has gone into coming here, we'll be hearing from her. We'll be taking guidance and mentoring for her from her today. Apart from that, if I talk about her achievement, she has won a Women's Achievers Award in WDC Mumbai this year on Women's Day. She also has participated in Guinness World Book of Records, where they have made the largest mud pie, and their case studies in Harvard Business in 2014. So, this is not all. Let's hear from her and welcome her so that we can take inspiration of running a business house or having your own startup with her guidance and mentoring. Stable Sharvasta to my channel. Thank you so much for taking out time and being with us and going to motivate all the girls, and not only girls, all the young entrepreneurs who are looking forward to have their own startup. And you all know that I am training in Bangalore. Bangalore is a startup city of the country. So this is one area of expertise, and she's an expert whom I have been very closely watching her from last 25 years. So let's hear from Christabel now, that how was her journey, what motivated her, and what message, what mission and vision she has been through, and what more she's looking forward. So I'll just put up the questions across you and you can answer to my viewers, subscribers. So what inspired you to start your own business?
First, I'll say hi, Abhilasha. Thank you so much. I
No,
think
pleasure.
calling me an expert, I don't know, because we keep
You
on
are.
learning.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'll start with what inspired me as such was, I realized like the kids, means I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom for my kids because that was how I saw my mother, like always being for us, like whatever like we needed and all she was doing for us. So I wanted to do the same thing. But then I realized like once the kids, they were about 8, 9 years, I realized that like now they don't need me anymore and soon they'll be growing up and all. And then what do I do? And also at the back, like my mom also used to say, really like means because like since my mom was not very educated, so she felt, like because she was not educated and all that, she couldn't go forward. Though actually, if I think my entrepreneurial, I think journey started with her, like started from her, but I didn't realize that, it's only later on, like now in life, I realized actually it started with her because like I was always interested in baking and she was a very good cook. So once like in college, I had done my nutrition. Like actually, I wanted to be a dietitian, but when we went for our internships and all, I saw that that in the municipal hospitals we went, and though we created such exclusive diets and all for all the different diseases, but once we went there, it was just like making a very bland, sorry, a very bland dal and rice. That was what was given to them. And like whether they were heart patients, whether this, like if like they tell you when they're giving you the diet, they tell you no egg and all. And when they were serving the patient, they're giving. So I said, this doesn't work with me. And I couldn't take the unhygienic methods, what I saw around. So
Right.
I decided, no, like this is not for me.
Right.
And then I went on then I finished my degree and all, but I said, I'm not going further into as a dietitian.
Right.
Then I did another course and all, and then I was working.
Yeah.
So along with that, like because I did my nutrition, we used to do all cakes, baking, cooking, and all in our nutrition. So and my mom was very interested. So and my mom was very encouraging in the sense that you tell her, like, yeah, you make and on Sundays and all as to bake and all. And that's how like we started doing. And then she also like both of us, then we started taking orders. Like for Christmas, we used to take orders for cakes and all. And then like even like after I got married, we continued like, I was in Bombay
Right.
because now I've moved to Goa. So till I was in Bombay, both of us used to take orders,
Right.
and in Bombay only, then what happened was like my husband like was in the jewelry industry and he used to travel abroad.
Right.
So he was like when they used to go out for desserts and all, he didn't like ice creams and all. And he saw this thing like, brownies. And
Yeah.
that time we had not heard it. At least I had not heard it. Like in India, we had not heard of brownies. So
Yeah.
he brought it back and he knew that whatever, because I used to always like, suppose I saw something and I liked it, I would like try it and all. So then after he brought it, I said, let me see. And that time, the internet had just started.
Correct.
So like then I like looked on and like in magazines and all, and then I like managed to get the recipe, and then afterwards I reinvented it and started with brownies. And
Right.
that is how my journey like started, like and like, but that time I didn't think that was into business. I would reach the level what I was now. I still don't think that. But like only when you get the awards and all, like like you realize that, others you don't realize. It's just a natural thing now. So then I said, like, okay, like, so in Bombay only, it was that this friend of ours came, like, was the owner of Kobe's,
Hmm.
and we served them this brownies and ice cream. So then he said that, like, this is really good. Why don't you supply and all? And that time I used to just like make it for parties, our birthday parties and all. It was not, we had not started selling and all that. So like I was wondering, I said, how do we do it? I've never done like supplying and all. So he said, no, no, you just, this thing, you make it, like you make the cake and all, and you supply it to us. And that's how I started. And then I moved to Goa. And like I said, like, and that was a bit too much because then I was supplying to a lot of their restaurants and other restaurants also.
Yeah.
Like I was supplying in Bombay.
Hmm.
And there in Bombay, I used to only go and supply. Once the kids used to go to school, I used to go and supply. And I was like really tired. I said, now once I go to Goa, I'm stopping everything. I don't want to do anything. And I'll just concentrate on the kids and let it be. But
Correct.
like once you're into work and all,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
You
like
don't
very
like.
difficult.
Yes. Yes.
So when we came to, and in Bombay, we were already like, we used to go to this Cafe Coffee Day, which was there in Bombay. So we were very happy when we came to Goa and we found that it's there. But the thing was, like every time we used to go, well, like once a day when we would go there and we would like, the kids would like some particular product, like they would say like then they would not have it, like then like we used to say like like yola, like means yola is one time yola having the product, one time you don't have. And also then that manager was very friendly, like, and my husband loves to chat with people and also he like, so then the guy, then the manager said, so then I was just selling, like I used to do brownies in Bombay. And so then he said, why do you want to only do brownies? Why don't, like, you can, so I'll
Correct.
call our food and beverage manager and you do the other. I said, I've never done anything like breads and sandwiches and all. I've not done. He said, no, she'll tell you the recipe and all. And
Yeah.
that's how my journey started in 2005, that I started
Yeah. Yeah.
supplying brownies, another brand of Carasid, which is a combination of the names of my children, Kara and Siddhan.
Okay.
So that's how I started. Then we did for about 2.5, 3 years. We were supplying all their outlets in Goa. And then we started on our own. So from 2008, we started on our own and we continue doing that, like,
Correct.
and it's really grown. And like, I still cannot imagine that what I
Yeah.
started from home, from those
And you
brownies
have you
has
have
reached
now
this level.
21 outlets, right?
21 franchisees. Yeah. We started actually as our standalone outlets we had, but then we found it was a little difficult because we cannot, like, we cannot be in all the places at one time. So actually it was a very good decision that we made just at least, I think about 2-3 years before COVID started, that we had moved into the franchisee model. So
Right.
that really helped us because it really created a problem. Otherwise, during the
Yeah.
COVID, if we had our own outlets, it would have
Yeah, it
been a
would
real
have been, yeah.
into a hassle. So
Yeah,
this worked well for us, like the
right.
the
But
franchisees, and they're keeping on. And see, these franchisees also are people who have tasted our food, who are our
right,
customers,
they
who have
have,
liked it and
yes,
have taken the franchisee. So
correct,
it has
correct.
really worked for us.
Yeah, yeah, they're very
Yeah.
happily taken over it. One thing which I want to add and give a little information to viewers about you is, as you were talking about a journey of brownies, I think I tasted your brownie the first time in my life. Then second was my daughter's birthday. You have got a Barbie doll cake, which was such a hit. And still sometimes in my case studies or during training program, I had to this that there was a cake from Taj, Mumbai, Nariman
Correct.
Point, because one of our friend was working there. So she had sent across for my daughter's birthday, and second was your cake. Everybody took a piece of both, and everybody checked on me. From where did you call this cake? So
Thank
you
you.
had taken over the Taj cake back. I'm talking about 98 or 99. That point of time only you had taken on Taj, imagine, Nariman Point. So that skill was there in you, but your mom has tapped it. And in fact, I think your husband has also tapped your potential, and
Yes.
you have
Yeah, yeah.
followed, and you have been very
Yeah, like
hardworking.
my family has been my very strong support.
Strong support
So
system.
like my daughter was like when we are doing the business and all that, it happened like when we were doing it for Cafe Coffee Day for Christmas, we spent the whole night we were there. And then she calls me up in the morning, like early morning, she's calling me up and she's telling me, Mama, it's Christmas. I didn't know what to do. I really felt so bad. Then I said, no, I'm coming home and all. And then we ordered food and it was so sweet of them, like both of them, both the kids had
Yeah.
decorated the house and all, but I said, okay, no, then I decided, I said, no, I have to stop this and I'll do something of my own because it's becoming like, it's like, the kids are getting affected. I said like that. So then afterwards, I started on my own, but
Yeah.
I think it was more
Yeah.
messy. So
Yeah.
then after, so then I told, then I
Amazing.
was telling my daughter, I said, no, I think I'll close it, because this thing, it's becoming like a problem, like, and you have a problem with it, Then she was telling, she said, no, Mama, no, don't close it because in school, all of them are like telling me, I'm so lucky that I bring sandwiches and all. They used to take sometime the
Yeah.
chicken sandwiches and
Correct.
veg sandwiches, what we used to make. So she's saying, no, like they all wait for my tiffin and all, don't close. And I'm very famous because like from Carousel,
No, and your
so
proportions
that's how
have
and I
always
still
been you,
tease her about it,
your proportions you always measure and tilt it, and that is the amazing part, because that is how the consistency of taste and the quality is maintained in your products, all the products, whichever we have. So
yeah.
my full family is really fan of your all the items, and even at home, what you make and bake, that is also amazing. Now let's give a little light for our viewers, since you have already told them how you started and you have identified the right opportunity for your business also during
Correct.
supplying to CCD. I feel, what was the biggest challenge that you faced in your early stages?
The biggest challenge was like at first it was like I didn't have this exposure. Okay, I used to make it at home, and it's very different, when you're making at home and when you're making for the market, because
Right.
you have to be very particular even of your all your measurements, as you said, like the measurements, your hygiene and all, and the space. Because see, when I started, I was doing it at home, and it was just crazy because the first 3-4 months which I did at home, like I used to get up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, then start with doing all the fillings for the sandwiches, the cakes and all. By the time I finished in the night, it was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, because then cleaning up and all that. So then I told my husband, I said, this won't work for us. Like we'll have to look out for a place or we'll have to close because it's a little difficult.
Correct.
And plus the kids were going to school also.
Right.
Like, okay, they were manageable age, but they were still going to school. So you had to like have their breakfast, this, everything
Yeah.
ready and all
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's how then we moved to, like, we rented out a place in the industrial estate, which finally we took over. And now it's like we
Your
work
own.
from the industrial estate, like all our food is prepared there and then supplied to all the franchisees.
Right. 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 Okay. If I move on to the next question, what are those qualities which you look in your employees when you hire them? Because that is again that HR part, which is so beautiful in you as well as in your husband, which I see. So, what is it that you really both of you decide that this is what I'm seeing in my employee, and this is how you retain them so long?
See, like when we started, it was only my husband, me, and my driver who started it. Like, when we started the thing. And
Okay.
because I always believe, like, like, one thing is very important, like, when you start your business, you should know your business,
Right. Right.
because see, that way your staff cannot take you for a ride. Like, okay,
Yes.
now, like, I will not be able to
Correct.
make the cakes and all
Correct.
because
Correct.
now I don't do it. Like, we have all our staff doing it. But that is very important, like, because even today, like suppose there's something wrong and all, and I tell them, like, this is not proper, this is, so they know, like, and they know, okay, that I may find it a little difficult now to, like, do the icing for the cakes and all, but I can do it, and my staff know that, like, so basically, see, when we took our staff, like, we started, because we were in the industrial estate, we used to have like staff coming, like, and then we had just like, then later on started taking cleaning staff and all. What we like, the basic, you won't believe that the ones who are there now, like, who are doing the cakes are now excellent, are like actually were a housekeeping staff. they were interested, like, they started doing, and like part-time they would do this, and like, started making with the measuring and the
Right.
cakes and all, who have gone to doing the icing now, like,
Yeah.
like that type. Like, okay, now like that we have moved to this level. Now we see that we take, like, those are from IHM, the Catering Institute or whatever, like, who have done like something in
Professionally,
baking.
yeah, professionally they're
Yeah,
qualified.
and now I believe in that also, because what happens is, like how during the COVID and all, and like we had people like these staff and all,
Hmm.
and like they wait, because during the COVID, like we let them stay, they stay at the factory only, and we paid them whatever and all that. But once COVID got over, like then a manager got sick, so he said no, like it's COVID, he's got COVID, this that, and they all ran off, like, and then like imagine, like you've spent so much time, so much training them and all, and they just get up, and like 5 6 of them just got up and went. So after that we decided, my manager also was very upset, because like he also has spent so much of time training them, and they just run off, like, see, they don't like, that's why, that's why now we moved into a thing where, that you're from that yeah, like that background,
Yeah.
because see, then you'll value it, like, because now
Right.
why are you doing that, like you'll come for that also, because you're already doing baking or
Yeah,
cooking or
yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Then you'll be more interested, like, you'll be
They're
focused in that.
learning also, right?
Now yeah, because others, these people are not bothered, they'll get some
Taken
other
for
job and all,
granted.
it's
Yeah,
just the
yeah. It's okay
money.
for them. Right, right.
Yeah, so like we see that, like, that now, like, you are like from that background, from a catering background, and you're interested in it. And the minute, like, if somebody tells me, like, when you tell them, like, okay, like, this, like, for a job, they come and all that. And the first thing, if they're asking me, instead of asking me, like, what work they have to do, what they do, they'll ask me first, what is the salary they're going to
Yeah.
get? Then it's a no, it's a big no for me, because I know that I'm not saying that money is not important. It's important for all of us. But see, like, if you're coming for a job and
Only
you're
for
coming
money.
for a specific job, you should first be interested in the job. Then you ask me about the money. Let me see what you can do and all that. Like,
Correct. Very true.
So
Very true.
that is very, like, important. Like, means when you're asking, you don't ask straight for the money. You see,
Money.
like, you ask for what you're going to do, like,
Yeah.
what your qualifications are, what you like you can do and all. Then, like, once I see that, there's no problem, no, because, and the thing
Yeah.
is, like, you will also improve, like, in with the
We
very
grow
fact
with the
that you
company.
have
Yeah.
come. Yeah, that's what. So, and then we have no hesitation in paying well, like, if you're doing it, why not? Like,
Yeah.
like, you are happy, we are happy. That is what is important, no?
Correct.
And
Correct.
that's how we grow. Like, the company grows, and that's how we have grown, because we have, like, treated our staff as family.
Correct. Correct.
That,
Yeah.
that way.
So the message is definitely we have to treat them. We have to see they are professionally qualified. That is why
Correct.
even now, like if when we are doing training and we are giving them mock interviews, we always tell them that see the job specification for which you are applying. Just don't apply because you need a
Absolutely.
job. That should
Yes,
not be idea of
absolutely.
working. Maybe you have to sit for 2 months, but apply for the right job for which you are qualified, you have the skill, and you are interested in. Just don't go because you
Yeah.
want to
No,
earn
I
some
agree
money.
with it totally, because I've seen it, because if you're not interested, you're
Yeah,
not
you
going to
leave
give
the
your
job. Yeah, yeah.
100%.
You'll never be
Yeah.
satisfied. You'll never be happy.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you need the money, but you have to have
Yeah,
job satisfaction. And that's what even I tell my daughter. Because
yeah,
even when she was working somewhere, like, this thing, like, first, like the previous job, like, was a little, like, they were paying her well and all, but she was not really happy. So I
correct.
said, see, if it's not making you happy, don't, like, be there just because it is there, like,
Yeah.
like, you move on, like, okay, like, till you get another job, okay, you wait on it, but look out for another job. And now
Very
she's
true.
got a job
Very,
which she enjoys, like,
very true. And that
and
is the first
she's
red
getting
flag.
paid. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you should look for. Like, you try, I know it's a little difficult to balance in the beginning when you start, like, to get a job you enjoy and the money, but
But
like,
again,
if
here,
you've
I
got
think
the
some people, because when we have skills, then actually money does. But when you don't have skills, then you're just going for money. That is
money,
your
correct, correct,
qualification or certification or education, which is playing the role in our life. And I think
correct.
family at one end is very important, especially the mother. As I see, your mom has been inspiration for me. My mom has been the
Correct.
mentor, always that guiding force.
Yeah,
And do it, and you should do it, and we are there for you. That matters. And then it comes to your family, like husband and kids who are supporting us, or how we can grow again ahead.
yeah, yeah.
So
Because
that,
now, so my whole family is in the
yeah,
business as such.
yeah, yeah.
Like, and actually, it's like the thing is, like, now my son has started his own cafe. He's just recently started
Yeah,
his
I
own
saw
cafe.
that, and
Like,
congratulations to Sid for doing this. Really nice. Very good. Yeah, I saw that. I saw
And
that.
he's like, see, that's what I'm saying. Because now, see, he has seen, like, from the time he's grown up,
Yes,
he's seen
yes.
all this. So he has, like, really done his research and all, like, has
Yeah,
found out everything, and, like, he has
correct,
started this thing.
correct.
So, like, from day one, like, he's really doing well, like, because, like, he knows, like, he has seen it, he's grown up with it, and he's done his,
And I should
he's done
acknowledge
his
one.
catering and all
Yeah,
that.
very good. And I should acknowledge one thing for Karasid, in Bangalore, when I'm training and there are candidates from Goa, if I have mentioned your name, they are so happy about it and they've tasted your products and they always say, man, there is something really nice about it. Then I little bit tell the story that how the family has actually contributed and how you have contributed and your skill is from so many years and that is how it has grown. So everybody knows you are a known person, and I think now Sid, what he has started, I'll share the link in fact in my video today for Sid also, and people can go and try this who have not tried, and all the tourist people and all the people who are visiting Goa. Goa is the most happening place, and Karasit can be one tick mark in people who are visiting Goa. So that is one thing which I
And
want.
it's not so far from Bangalore, so we
Yeah,
can
not from
come.
Bangalore. No, if you're visiting Goa, then you have to visit Karasit. That is something which I said, just have a bite there and you would realize there is a difference in the product because of the freshness, because of the kind of raw material which you're using and the training and your involvement and your husband's involvement. Definitely that makes hell of a difference in the products.
No,
So,
and then what we did, and when we started the products also, like the products are made, it's like first tasted, approved by the family and friends. And
correct.
once like they approve it, then it's put in, like, like
Correct.
means, and the thing is, like, sometimes when I used to have time and all to make food, I has to get the food home. So that way it becomes like a testing thing also, that
Yes.
we taste our food
Yeah.
and we are also eating the food. Like, it's not
Yeah.
that, that we are only giving it for, like, for other
Business. It's
customers
not
to
a
taste.
business.
It's we
Yeah.
also,
It's
yeah,
the
it's like
taste and
it's
the
all, and
quality.
we try to make it as healthy as possible using whole wheat bread, and instead of frying, baking and all that. No, that's
Yes,
what
yes,
we
yes,
are
yes,
doing.
yes,
Like,
yes, 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 yes. All right. So the last question which I would like to ask you is, what advice would you give to the aspiring women who are looking forward for having their own startup and being into this entrepreneurship line?
actually, like, I would like to say, like, this was my dream, and which I made into a reality. Like,
Hmm.
I never thought I would be reach this level, because I was like doing cakes and all from home. We were selling from home. I never thought I would have like this opportunity, like to have my own factory, my own cafes. I would have. So, like, I would like to tell, like, the women, that you should follow whatever you want to do, like whatever you dream of, but you have to do it.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate. Doesn't matter. Okay, you may fail. That's okay, but just get it. We also had it was like a case of, like the devil and the deep sea. We either had to swim or drown, and
Yeah.
we chose to swim. Though
Right.
really speaking, I can't swim, but
Yeah.
there I swam.
Yeah, yeah, really. That shows in your work, in your products, in your name, in your branding, everything. Really, it reflects too much. And the simplicity with which I always admire your simplicity, your hard work. And that is what I'm a diehard fan of yours. And I would lastly just add on here that, as I have told in introduction, also she has achieved so many awards, which I've spoken in introduction. And this is something which motivates me so much because see, when women want to start something at home, and when you do it, your children are following. And if you can see Sid, what he's doing right
Yeah,
now is
yeah,
something which
correct.
he has really imbibed
Absolutely.
from you and your husband. So that gives you results. So we don't have to be impatient about it. We sometimes get impatient as parents also,
Yeah.
that the result should be very fast. It cannot be. Your hard work will pay
No,
you.
and don't look for shortcuts, like,
Yeah,
like
shortcut.
go through
Yes,
the,
correct.
yeah, that you don't do, like, do
Yes.
everything what you're doing, do systematically, like quality, maintain the quality. Now you're like, we have, see, now I'm not so involved with the business as such,
Yeah.
because we have had all our recipes and everything is
Yeah, it's
set
in
up,
auto
like,
mode now.
so we,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so now I'm more into the environment, like
Yeah.
with the COVID, I've
Yeah.
moved on to composting and hydroponics and all, which we have workshops. We
Right.
have our workshops in Goa every month that we do, like with
So
a few
nice.
friends of
Yeah.
mine. We do that, like, we are trying to get more people to compost at home, their wet
So
waste,
nice.
and
So all
not
those people who would
contribute.
like to join in Go for composting, you can always connect to Karasid Miss Christabel Sharvastava, where you can always go for the workshops. You can speak to her, take some guidance, because this is something, if you can connect to, I think we're going to really help our environment and we can help the Mother Earth. And always your mission has been very beautiful. So I should say thank you so much for guiding and mentoring
Thank you
my
so much for
viewers and
having me on your.
subscribers for your journey. So thank you so much. And thanks to all my viewers and subscribers to always motivating me and asking me. This was again something apart from the mind crafting, which we do, was about entrepreneurship, because we have a batch of students who are doing only entrepreneurship as their career.
Okay.
So this will
Okay.
really help them. And thank you so much for taking out time
Yeah.
and
Thanks.
guiding.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.